You're
I
looking at the world with different glasses, with, look at the world with your heart, with your positive energy. Put it
yes.
out there. Put that positive energy out there. Whenever you walk into a room, I say be aware of it. You're bringing your energy into the room. And, I think it's our own responsibility too, because, when you're in your own room by yourself, whatever, it's a little different. You should also think about it. How are you influencing your own energy, right? But on the other hand, when you are approaching other people and other humans, and even on Zoom, think about the energy you're bringing, right? Are you bringing this kind of slouchy and just, I don't know, it just sucks? Or are you ready to listen? Are you ready to absorb something new and, be appreciative of other people who are putting in the energy? So I mean, that goes along with just this awareness of yourself and your energy and being there and noticing things around you, and not taking anything for granted, period. I mean, and that goes with, water is huge. I mean, I love that whole concept. And you know finding snowflakes. So Liz just challenged you guys to find a snowflake today in something. Spark a snowflake.
Find a snowflake. It's like, where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo? Oh, I love that. My son grew up with all these books. Let me tell you, I could find Waldo anywhere. Or not. I remember falling asleep finding a Waldo. And, it's like, hey, Mom, can we do another one of these? And I'd be like, oh, okay, I guess we can. But I'm like, Peter, you already know where all the Waldos are. And he'd be like, pretty soon he was like, but he still liked to do it. What a great concept. I think that's a great analogy, actually. I love it because most of us, I think, know about Waldo. I think we crisscross the generations, so everyone kind of knows Waldo is actually perfect. So yeah, so
honestly,
be a Waldo seeker, but for water and for appreciation.
yes, and I hope that one day, now my hope and my desire and what I'm putting out there is, whoever's listening, if you are a person that has some connections with our fire department, which I am surrounding myself, well, people find you. I just want to see on the sides of our fire trucks, have you appreciated water today? Have you said thank you for the water?
I love this. That's awesome.
So just some more reminders. That's all. More reminders.
I think that's a great way, because like I said, I mean, in California especially, right, we should have like, special ceremonies to thank for the water, because I mean, hello,
Yes.
we need a lot of water around here.
Absolutely. Growing up in the Midwest, we would, I didn't really know. I mean, I could tell you all about my childhood. That could be like a whole segment about water and how
We can do that.
how it led me here.
Sure.
But what, like, water was, they would joke and say it's 8 inches below the ground. And so you're like walking on water. Okay. So
Yeah, I saw that. That's a great point.
now I'm selling land in San Diego County, of all places, 400 feet in the ground to find water.
Yeah, right. I remember doing the test like for my clients in Santa Cruz Mountains too, when they had to do that. And that's crazy, right? How deep they have to go to even find water.
Well, considering this planet was mostly a tundra, I think, what have we been doing wrong that we can't even get some clouds to give us some water? Like, I mean, it's just time to focus on the love of water instead of the lack, period.
That's right. Exactly. And that will make us appreciate it and save more water, and hopefully, be aware of like what kind of plants we're growing, what, outside. Do we need to water? Do we need to have a big patch of grass, or can we have something else instead, and be really aware of those things, right? So we don't have to, it's like, don't wash your car. Don't, there are things that we can't do, but that's a small sacrifice, really, when you think about it, how important it is. And then, there are organizations we were talking about earlier that are out there, like water.org, which was started by Matt Damon. He's one of the co-founders. He's an actor, of course. Most people know his name. But his big mission is to bring clean water and sanitation to areas in the world that are really, really, underdeveloped and don't have that. And it's ending up changing people's lives and changing us in societies. I mean, townships and on the small level, people's lives, because I saw this story about this 13-year-old girl that was in a community where they actually brought in water, and she actually spent most of her day trying to collect water for her family. That was like her extra job after going to school and doing that. And he said, what are you going to do with this extra time now that you don't have to do this anymore? And actually his daughter was the same age at the same time, and he was just, and she said, well, are you going to study more? Are you going to do homework more? And she goes, well, no, I'm like the smartest in my class or something. So she's like, no. And he goes, well, what are you going to do? And she goes, I'm going to play. And that was so powerful for him when he heard this, because obviously coming from when he knows, you know your family, you know the kids in the family, if you don't have the kids yourself, but there's other kids. But he was relating really to his daughter because she's 13, so he knows how her day goes, right, what she does. And to realize that this child who's now 13, probably ever since she could physically do this, she was not able to take time to play, and she's so aware of it. And this is it's not small, but bringing this water, this clean water to this community, it's changing their lives forever.
Water is life. Water is joy. Water is playful. It should be anyway.
Yes.
And that is.
And with that, almost
amazing. It's so amazing. I think this little girl that had to go and carry the water, and this man I met last night, he said they get water in Jordan every 2 weeks, and you have that much to use. Water's rationed. We aren't far off from that. But we are civilized, and we know how to use our minds, and we know how to work with both our care and our concern, and we can blend them into this and realize that you're gonna probably feel a little better once you start appreciating water. I see my 100-year-old grandma cheerful again, and I think, wow, my grandfather, like this little girl, was bringing water to food, and she was doing the same thing, bringing water for life. And our family is like a pillar of very beautiful, good people, and we've lost sight of that. And I know that that's how humanity is. We're born just beautiful, pure water, pure beings. You had given me a statistic about how much water a pregnant woman drinks. I don't have children. I have fur babies, so I didn't go through that. But what was it? What did you say it was? 8 glasses of water.
8 to 10.
8-ounce cups of water.
Yeah.
Yes. We're supposed to be, Tony Robbins taught me how to drink 50 ounces, or at least half your body weight of water a day. I know before I knew this message coming through me, I felt really creaky if I didn't drink enough water. Like the Tin Man. Water is our oil in our body.
It sure is.
It is.
So drink up, girlfriend.
Drink up, buttercup.
And remember, right?
Kindness matters.
Do all things with kindness, including when you drink water. Remember, this is coffee, but it's made with water.
See, you're already transforming your thoughts.
Absolutely. You're the instigator. What can I say? Because it's different to be aware of it outside of it, like we talked about, and it's different to internalize it. And you've done that. You connected that importance that's outside in such a beautiful way making it spiritual and making it, coming from even like your ancestors and what really it meant, what your grandfather was doing. I mean, I was so moved by that story when I read that. I think it's wonderful. It's lovely. And you have a special gift, Liz Doyle, and that's not just the one.
Thank you.
You have many,
We
many
are all
special gifts.
we're here to share our gifts with each other, and that's it.
Right.
With each other at our beautiful water that we have inside, because
Love the
if
water.
it wasn't some sort of beauty in that water, then we wouldn't be walking around right now. Or I'm sorry, we wouldn't be partaking.
Definitely. Makes me
Yeah.
want to go to the ocean today and
Yeah.
just walk, take a walk by the ocean. I love the ocean. That's just my thing. I grew up close to the sea, 45-minute drive from the Baltic Sea when I was a kid. But I'm always drawn to the ocean and the water. And anytime I need to kind of re-energize, I want to be by the ocean. I just want to be there and just, breathe in that air. I mean, the air alone, right? It will recharge your battery.
Absolutely. And I think that, well, growing up in southern part of Lake Erie, and I used to go on Lake Erie by boat a lot. I found out there was these celestite caves, and then I looked up the healing properties with celestite, and I thought, wow,
How cool is
so
that?
everybody around there, even if you don't know this, you were affected by a crystal. The planet affects you, where you live, and the
Absolutely.
things affect you. And now is the time for people, even my family, who's like, what are you talking about? They are listening, they're
But you listen.
open.
Yeah, but see, they will pick up on whatever it is, the basic message. I'm telling you, it's easy because you're connecting it to like a very simple thing, like pause. When you're washing dishes, when you're making coffee, when you step outside and you look at the beautiful pool, just
Yeah.
stop for a second and
Well,
just
when we
see it.
have clients
Really
with
see
that
it.
have beautiful,
Oh gosh,
beautiful land with
right?
greenery, just
Gorgeous.
look at your sprinklers in the morning and just say,
Mhm.
thank you for the water. Thank you for, being there for my beautiful lawn. And then go about your day and drive down the road and go and build big
Right,
buildings
exactly.
or not, you
And
know,
that's simple, that everyone can do right now. You don't have to think of big changes or huge things. This is where we start because that's going to motivate us to change anything that we want to change.
I'm
So,
telling you, water is telling me that it is so thankful for this respect it's now being given.
well,
And
we love you, Liz, and we love water.
thank you. Oh, goodness.
Oh, you're so special. I never want this to end. I want to keep talking to you every time we get on the phone.
We'll have
We
to
talk.
make this a thing.
I
We'll
think,
make
one of these days it's just gonna turn into like a documentary, full-on series, and we're just gonna travel and do like these videos of caves and things. And I'm telling you, I mean, I can see that happening eventually. Maybe.
I'm dry. I stayed on a lake in Michigan. I did yoga on the lake. I went out and I sang to the swans. I sang to the water, and I looked up and there
Love
was a
it.
cloud responding in the same yoga pose that I was just doing. Honestly, when people hear this may sound a little weird, but look up in the sky. And when you see a cloud, that is a response to our appreciation. That's
Right.
water's response saying, I'm collecting water for you, and eventually I'm going to spill out and give you some rain.
Exactly.
And the planet is organized and it knows California is too dry. And people like yourself and I in Silicon Valley are inspirational, and we're really in the forefront of everything that's dynamic from our cell phones. We're in the middle of this, and this is it's another way to create something big. And I do hope that we are on tour. I see that happening. I'm going to Florida in a couple weeks, and I'm going to be swimming in springs that are natural springs, and they actually produce a lot of water. So I'm
Fantastic.
going to be so grateful for those springs, and I'm going to say, give me some messages. How can we get you back? how can we get the springs back all over the planet?
Well, we're going to have you back and tell us all about it when you come back.
Okay.
Yeah. I have some plans to go, but not immediately. But definitely, I'll be exploring some new areas and things that and revisiting. So yeah, we got to think of bringing the message with us, also wherever we go. So, like I said, we're all interconnected, and like you said, the planet's organized. It knows, right? It's all interconnected, not just us. We're all interconnected. The world is interconnected,
Mhm.
and this is something that we all share. I mean, we look up at the sky, we look at the moon. Look how many people can see that same moon, right?
Yes. I think of that often.
Sunshine. I think
When
of that
when
very
one
much.
area when one area gets more water, it's not just operated in a silo.
Right.
It
Exactly.
it the universe is all part of each like everything is part of it all.
Yes.
So they get more water, it helps other people get more water, and eventually we're all going to get more water. We're
That's
just turning the dharma wheel for more
yeah.
water for all.
Exactly. I love it.
Yes.
I love
All
it,
right.
Liz. Okay, Liz, thank you so much. It was awesome. This was an honor to have you on and so much fun as always. And we'll do it again soon.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's fun to see you in your element. You really are a light here, and I am honored. And I look forward to more messages of water and wishes of water to come to life.
Thank you. It's lovely. Now, okay. And we're going to put some information also in the description.
Yes.
Already.
And my
Awesome.
the email is wishesofwater@gmail.com.
There you go. If you want to reach out to Liz and maybe get on her list, because she's going to be, I'm sure, notifying people if there is something new going on. And we'll have you back soon again. Thank you so much. Thanks.